Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy DJ.
It's your boy Jay.
And we are the DNA Show. Today, we have a very special comparison. We got the Concord and the Space Jam.
Yes, sir.
And we want to talk to you guys a little bit about the differences between the two, and then also a couple samples that were made, and a little bit of history behind that.
So these were released in when? They were never released, but when were they made?
So these were both produced in 2009, holiday 2009, and that was the time that this Space Jam came out. And 2 years later, the 2011 retro released.
Yeah.
So back at the headquarters, something was going on where they didn't know what shoe they wanted to release, so they decided to make a sample of both of these. Or it could have been a designer that might have wanted one specifically for himself.
Gotcha.
That's a question that we don't know the answer to. All we know is that we got the sample here and they were produced at the same time. So everybody could have potentially had this sneaker back in 2009, but they didn't know that they had to wait until 2011 for it to release.
Yep. In between that, Cool Grey came out, and we saw this Space Jam. So these two are the same, right?
These are, very, very similar.
Okay.
Only thing really I'm seeing was the tag. And this one looks a little, I think it was a little bit shorter. They cut it a lot shorter. And we can show that in some pictures, but they're pretty much similar in the cut, and everything is very similar on that sneaker. More of a wear test sample than anything.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Space Jam. So this is all my side right here. Yeah. For sure. And so these are DS, right? So with two DS shoes, the first thing I notice is the patent leather.
Yes.
So like the wear on the patent leather, it's like it's weathering. I don't know if that's
like
sweating or what.
I don't know. So these all have been stored in the same spot, and this released in 2009, 2011, and this one actually looks like it's more dingy and used.
Right.
And if you look at the sole as well, it has the yellowing here. These actually are holding up pretty good.
But they're
the
yellowing
orange,
evenly,
I guess. Yeah.
And then around the pods, they have yellowing. But this is a pretty icy sole for a Concord.
Right.
Even for a Concord, a lot of the Concords don't even look this clean for this year, 2011. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, automatically, I'm going towards the Space Jam, bro. Just by the whole aesthetics and everything. I feel like, essentially, it's the same shoe, right? So I feel like it's the same cut for the most part. Usually, so the differences you'll see on an 11 is usually the patent leather. You'll also see differences in the carbon fiber. But other than that, also like the cut on the back too.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower. So on the 2011, and this is where you'll be able to see the difference in the comparison of these two, but you'll actually see on the toe cap that it's clear, similar to the Space Jam here. Like you can see the patent leather through the toe cap. And on this one, this is where they started to blank it out, just like they did. Oh, actually, no, they did it like this. So I think this might have been the only era that they didn't show the toe cap. They did similar to the Space Jam on here. And then the actual toe cap is a little bit higher and more square in the front of the shoe. Here. The back looks similar, but if you feel this leather, it's way more.
The leather on the back?
The white leather. You can tell the difference how stiff and
that's the sample, right?
Right, and this is the sample.
Yeah.
It's a lot more buttery, it's thicker, it's softer, it wrinkles better. And then this one is very stiff and firm. A lot of people get a wavy look on the heel of the shoe compared to actual crease when they rock this shoe. So there's a lot of differences in the quality as well.
It's like a 01 leather right here.
It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Concord and, well, obviously the Concord and Space Jam, but the new retro. This is 2017 and 2018.
Yep.
So what they did was a 45 on the back.
On both.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I think it's dope. It's a different look. It's a different feel. They had to do something different. I feel like Jordan is continuing to go to the same things.
Right.
So one thing they're doing is making subtle differences or subtle changes. One thing I noticed is it seems like this leather is a lot better than the Space Jam leather. Yeah, and then for the 11, I know they make sure that they do special packaging. And so for these two, I like the pull-out box. It was something different. We hadn't seen it before.
Especially when it was like year after year.
Right.
Matching the shoe.
Yeah. So different colors. You got purple in here, right? And then you also have blue here for the Space Jam. And then the newest Space Jam box was even more different.
Right. I really love that new Space Jam box.
Yeah.
The holographic on the top of the box, everything, the extra sleeves. I think the biggest thing with sneakers now is like what comes with the sneaker, the accessories, the laces, the tags, the box, the presentation of all a towel, whatever it may be that comes with the sneaker.
Right.
And I think something like that, the process of taking 4, 5, 6, 7 steps just to get to the shoe, pulling the sleeve off, taking the top off, lifting the plastic, moving the paper, getting around something else just before you even get to the shoe.
Right.
I think that's really dope compared to just having a flip open box and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I got these.
Very true.
So these right here have a typical slide off OG box.
Yeah, which is different. That's different. The OG boxes.
They started doing that this year on the retros.
Yeah.
Even on those Platinum 11s and some other stuff. But I think this is a really dope vibe. Just similar to like when they did the 6s and the 3s and the 4s. Bringing back the OG boxes.
So the cut of the patent leather is high on both of these. But one thing is, this is an all black shoe. And what they did was they exposed the white lining of the patent leather for the Space Jam. For me, I know that's an OG look. I know on the OG breads, that's something that's pretty prominent.
Right.
You know, that's like the staple for the OG bread. For the Space Jam, I wasn't feeling it. It threw it off for me.
For that one?
Yeah, for the new joint.
Okay.
And it's honest, and it's the same thing for the Concord,
Right,
but
just can't
because
see
the
it.
upper is white,
Right.
It makes it's like a totally different feel. So if I had to compare the two of the newest ones, I would definitely go with the Concord over the Space Jam, the new Space Jam. But overall, I mean, these 09 Space Jams are like,
grills.
yeah, these are
Like
dope.
people were rocking those at graduation. Like people were like, I'm only wearing these once a year. I'm never wearing these type thing.
Yeah,
I think
I did some crazy stuff for mine. I think I traded a Dornbecker 2 for mine.
Sheesh.
No, actually, I traded my.
I got scammed for one of my pairs.
One of your 11s?
Yes.
Sheesh.
That's a whole nother story. We could tell you about, that's a whole nother story. But overall, what do you guys think about the two? Which one do you guys think is the better shoe? We didn't even talk about the babies. We had to get the baby joints. Which one do you think is better? The Concord or the Space Jam? I think I'm gonna have to lean to the Space Jam too, just because it's an all black shoe. The Bread 11 is my very favorite Jordan 11 colorway because it's all black and it has a red sole. It doesn't yellow. It's easy to rock all the time. So I think this falls second on my favorite
For sure.
11s of all time. But the Concord is right there.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, the back tab,
Yep, the 45.
the stitching.
Yeah, yep.
So everybody thought this was gonna be stitched on the back tab, but it was actually pressed on just like all the other ones. So it does have potential of being rubbed off over time. We will only be able to find out once we see somebody's pair on Instagram that lost their numbers. Besides from that,
Didn't come with numbers.
or didn't
'cause you
come
know
with
how the factory
numbers.
get.
They always be messing up, printing them backwards. If you got a messed up pair, please send us a picture. We would like to expose Nike for those situations because that's pretty burnt out if you ask me. But that one has the stitching, and I really like that it has the stitching because you know it's built to last. Around me, I put up,
Shit.
Okay, so.
All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Let us know which one you're going for. I mean, these are the most obtainable, these two out here, right? And price-wise, and then the fact that they came out most recent, which one do you like better? And then as far as the sample goes, I mean, this is a crazy sample, bro. With the history and everything, it's pretty dope. So let us know what you're thinking, what's your favorite, and let's start a conversation in the comments. Like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? The journey's been dope. YouTube's been going up.
Yeah.
We hit a year recently. So we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. And we out.
Time to go.